Live from the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, this is Graduation 2023 for Plano West High School, home of the Wolves.
Good morning. I am Janice Williams, and I have the honor of serving as the principal of Plano West Senior High School. It is my absolute privilege to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. Anna Norris will serve as the Master of Ceremonies, and Michael Wynn will play on the piano the processional. Please remain seated for the processional. However, you will be asked to stand for the presentation of the colors, the national anthem, and the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the presentation of the colors by the Plano West Senior High School JROTC Color Guard, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the National Anthem, performed by Ty Lamb. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning. I'm Anna Norris, your senior class president, and I will be serving as your Master of Ceremonies. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium Principal Janice Williams.
Thank you, Anna. Wonderful job, Ty. Can we have another round of applause for that? Thank you, Major Sean Langford and Chief Gregory Jenkins and our ROTC. I am privileged to begin this celebration with the introduction of our 23-24 Board of Trustees, our Superintendent and Cabinet members. Please stand when I announce your name to be recognized. Board of Trustees, President Nancy Humphrey, Vice President Dr. Lauren Tyra, Secretary Jerry Chambers, Trustee Angela Powell, Trustee Michael Cook, Trustee Catherine Chan Goodwin, and Trustee Tara Lance. Superintendent and cabinet members attending this morning: Dr. Teresa Williams, Superintendent of Schools; Dr. Celinda Freeman, Deputy Superintendent for Leadership and Operations; Johnny Hill, Deputy Superintendent for Business and Employee Services; Lisa Wilson, Deputy Superintendent for Teaching, Learning, and Life Readiness; Dr. Courtney Gober, Assistant Superintendent for Student, Family, and Community Services; Jed Reed, Assistant Superintendent for Employee Services; Patrick Tanner, Assistant Superintendent for Technology Services; Leslie Range Stanton, Chief Communications Officer; Lori Taylor, Chief Learning Officer; Dr. Dash Wasinga, Senior Executive Director for Assessment, Research, and Program Evaluation; Ivan Cantu, Executive Director for Professional Learning; and Steve Ewing, Executive Director for Secondary School Leadership and Innovation. On behalf of the Plano West community, please join me in recognizing these individuals for their continuous support of our students at Plano West Senior High School and all students within the Plano Independent School District. At this time, will the Plano West teachers, counselors, and support staff, and all teachers, counselors, and support staff of our Blue Nation schools please stand and be recognized for your outstanding contributions and tireless dedication to the Wolfpack. You may be seated. Class of 2023, are we all breathing? I want you to just take a moment to look around at all the people, friends and family that are here today. And they are here for one reason: to honor, celebrate, and recognize you. Today, you're going to have the privilege of hearing 4 of your classmates speak. Before hearing from your classmates, though, I want to take a few minutes to share some final thoughts before you walk across the stage, as I believe graduation is both a time of celebration and a time for reflection. First of all, it's very important to me that you know what a very special class you are to me personally. If I was asked to describe the class of 2023 in one word, without a doubt, it would be resilient. The American Psychological Association defines resilience as this: the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility, and adjusting to external and internal demands. You have been asked to be more flexible than any of your teachers or parents ever experienced in school. And today is proof that each of you have successfully adapted to difficult and challenging life experiences. You've faced obstacles that your parents, your teachers never faced when they were in school. So I want you to reflect along with me. You started your freshman year in August of 2019, and by March of 2020, your world, along with the rest of the country, was turned upside down by COVID-19. For each of you, this meant you would not return to the schoolhouse full-time until August of 2021, and it wouldn't be Jasper or Shepton you were returning to, but rather Plano West. While this was exciting for some, it was terrifying for others because you had just started figuring out how to navigate your freshman year when the country was placed in quarantine. When you finally were allowed to return to school full-time, you were not only learning how to navigate the multiple buildings at Plano West, including trying to figure out why A building and E building were in the same building, but you were also learning how to manage attending face-to-face classes 5 days a week and trying to make new friends and rekindle old friendships on a campus of 2,700 students. These challenges at times led to emotional struggles as well. Yet, each of you here today demonstrated great resilience and persevered despite it all. You know as well as I do, along with the Plano West staff and your parents and guardians, that there were bumps along the way, especially your junior year as you transitioned to Plano West and had more freedom than honestly some of you knew how to manage with the size of the campus, with open campus lunch, and with only having to attend dual credit classes 3 days a week. On top of the freedom you had, the seniors who were to be your role models were also learning to navigate Plano West at the very same time you were, because during their junior year, they were learning from home too, or only attending campus 2 days a week. But through these challenges, struggles, obstacles, you grew so much, and I am so very, very proud of you. I can say without a doubt that I have witnessed more growth in this senior class than I have ever witnessed in a class before. While your junior year was again bumpy at times, you bounced back stronger than ever. You bounced back as seniors, and you led with pride and resilience, and you demonstrated maturity far beyond your years. This year, you were remarkable role models for the juniors, and you brought joy and hope back to Plano West through your maturity, kindness, leadership, enthusiasm, and unstoppable school spirit. As Plano West prepares to celebrate our 25th year during the 23-24 school year, please know that you will always have a special place in the history of the campus. Class of 2023, you have definitely left your mark as the most resilient class in the history of Plano West. You will be greatly missed, but never forgotten. At this time, I ask that you please join me in recognizing some of our outstanding seniors. 279 seniors sitting here before you today are graduating cum laude with a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.9. Will these students and their families please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. 228 seniors are graduating magna cum laude with a grade point average of 4.0 to 4.2. Will these students and their families please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. and 220 seniors are graduating summa cum laude with a grade point average of 4.3 or higher. Will these students and their families please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Well, our 62 National Merit finalists, you heard that correct, 62 National Merit finalists and 40 National African American, Hispanic, and Indigenous Recognition Scholars and their families, please stand to be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Will the top 10 highest ranking seniors in the class of 2023 and their families please stand and be recognized? If you advanced to a regional, state, or national competition, will you and your family please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Please be seated. We would also like to recognize any student who has chosen to enlist in the military. Will these students and their families please stand and be recognized and remain standing? Students, please remain standing along with your families. And I would also like to invite any active members or veterans of the military who are in attendance to stand and be recognized along with these students and their families. Thank you all for your service. Please be seated. At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the Plano West Senior High School valedictorian, Mr. Ian Chen.
Before I begin, I'd like to thank the faculty and staff at Plano West for all of the support they provided this year. I'd like to thank my family for their unconditional love, and I'd like to thank my friends for making me laugh every single day. Also, a quick shout out to all my Skaggs Elementary stars, wherever you are, my fellow Rice Middle School Ravens, and even Jasper, I guess. But I'd also like to thank all of you guys, the class of 2023. Every single one of you. The faces I see walking to class in the hallways in the morning, the people I see at lunch, and even the guy who almost ran me over in the parking lot. All of you, because each and every one of you has your own important part in the overarching culture here at Plano West. Without all of you guys, I would not be standing here today. Today is a day of celebration. We've made it. We're here in our caps and gowns with our friends and family, ready to finally get our diplomas and move on to the next chapter of our lives. But can a single sheet of paper sum up all the experiences and memories we had these 4 years? No. The education that we've received is so much more than the math theorems we've memorized or the books we've read. It's the little things that have helped enrich our lives, that have helped us grow and learn. It could be the time you learned how to play basketball. It could be the time you learned to bake a cake. It could even be the time you learned how to do that one cool TikTok dance. It could be literally anything. But these moments, years and years of them combined, have shaped each of us individually into who we are today. It is through our education that we have discovered our passions, honed our skills, and uncovered new opportunities. It is through our informal education that we have met our lifelong friends. Our education doesn't end when we head home tonight. Each of our stories will continue to be shaped by our future experiences, just as Plano West has shaped us. As fellow high school student Peter Parker, also known as Spider-Man, once learned, with great power comes great responsibility. Now, our fingertips might not shoot spider webs, but we do have 18 years of knowledge gained inside the classroom and outside of it. Ultimately, we don't learn for our personal gain. We learn in order to better the lives of those around us. We learn in order to use that knowledge to create and build the future. I know that each one of us has that power to make their own impact on the world wherever we go after leaving Plano West. So, class of 2023, never think that your education is complete. There's still a lifetime of learning left to go and a whole world to explore. As these last 4 years come to a close, we will soon head our separate ways. But we will always be part of the Wolfpack, and I'm honored to have been part of it all with you. Thank you. I'd like to now introduce our Student Congress President, Talia Stoller.
Good morning, parents, students, and faculty. I'm Talia Stoller, your Student Congress President, and I'm so glad I actually woke up this morning and didn't sleep through graduation like I did with 0 hour every day these last 2 years. I just wanted to start my speech off by saying, congratulations to the class of 2023. We have worked incredibly hard to be where we are right now, and I'm so proud of each and every one of us. My personal experience as a Plano West student was nothing like High School Musical. No cliche movie or TV show could possibly prepare me for what I endured these last 4 years, but I'll remember every moment all too well. I'll cherish every failure, every fear, every success, and every lifelong friendship that I've made along this arduous journey. And today, I will be sharing a few things that I've learned from my high school experiences and highlighting how we can each incorporate our lessons from Plano West to pursue our wildest dreams. Believe it or not, our teachers have prepared us for this very moment. Plano West's competitive nature forced us to broaden our horizons, take classes we didn't know we were capable of, and meet individuals that we never thought we'd encounter. Competing against over 1,300 other students and having the odds be ever in our favor was harder than hiking from G-Lot to E-Building, harder than climbing Mount Everest, and thankfully harder than most things we will have to conquer in our lifetimes. Many of you don't realize just how lucky we are to not know over half of the students in the audience today. New encounters are a daily occurrence, and we're fortunate to see new faces and be exposed to unique backgrounds by simply walking down the insanely small hallways at Plano West. As we branch off into the real world, we will be prepared to form relationships, disperse from our personal cliques, and demolish the confinements of our comfort zones. The mere concept of standing out among thousands of other students initially seemed impossible to our eager freshman selves filled with trepidation. Yet, Plano West has taught each and every one of us how to embrace individuality, whether it was in athletics, academics, or the arts. Our diversity flourished, and I'm ecstatic to employ the skills I've garnered at West on my journey forward. As a wise British man obsessed with fruit once said, if you're happy doing what you're doing, then nobody can tell you you're not successful. Harry Styles. I'm ashamed to say that I fell victim to letting the opinions of others determine my actions far too many times throughout high school. Overthinking became second nature, and judgment dictated every aspect of my life, from the outfits I strategically spent hours picking out every morning, to stressing over the cadence of my voice, speaking in large groups. I don't know who needs to hear this, but the numbingly humble moments you replay in your mind before you drift off to sleep are moments long faded from the memories of others. These minuscule insecurities that cloud your judgment and corrode your confidence are universal experiences. Embarrassment is simply just a state of mind. Don't dwell on your past when you have your entire futures ahead of you. Wear what you want, eat what you want, and live life the way you feel it was meant to be lived. Given that we are all officially graduating high school, we've done our part, and our futures are merely just beginning. When I first heard the numbers 2023 as a young kindergartner, 13 years ago, graduation seemed unfathomable. And yet, here we are today. As a young child, I never thought of myself of having the privilege of speaking at my own graduation, and yet, here we are today. Sorry about that, guys. You see, we don't know what our futures hold, or who we'll meet, or how large of an impact we'll make in this world. So don't let the little hands on the clock strike before your eyes while you regret not living up to your full potential. The future is not light years away, or some artificial manufactured aspiration that we derive our hopes and dreams from. Today our future starts. Not in 10 years, not in a couple months, and not even tomorrow. Our future starts right here, right now. We decide who we want to become, so seize the present and define your own futures. Long story short, we survived. Take a minute to grasp every aspect of this moment, look around to your peers, and memorize the sensation of your feet strutting across the stage. And never forget the feeling of love radiating from the audience today. Capture it, remember it. Today marks the celebration of all of our diligent and impressive work. Each and every one of us have put in countless hours of studying, shaped our personalities, explored our future interests, and have accomplished so much in our time walking the very narrow halls of Plano West. After every all-nighter I've pulled, lunches I've spent in tutorials, or evenings I've devoted to club meetings after school, there will be two HSs to remember: high school and Harry Styles. But I think y'all can guess which one I'll remember more. Thank you for everything, class of 2023, and for the last time, go Wolfpack. Now please welcome to the stage our Master of Ceremonies and Senior Class President, Anna Norris.
Good morning, everyone. Each morning we wake up, get dressed if you're the person who doesn't like to wear PJs to Plano West, brush your teeth, grab your bag, and rush out to a class that most of us are late to anyway, because finding a parking spot if you're not in 0 hour is near impossible. While some of us already sat in the class waiting impatiently for the day to begin, others may have sprinted to feel the relief of beating the bell just barely each morning, walked to accept the fate they had in store when approaching the door with a timid knock, or even slept in to entirely reject the construct of attending school and hoping for the best the next day they go. There are various paths representative of how people at Plano West have gotten to this moment, yet we all sit here today as we await graduating. That is a testament to the ways that life can shape our identity, yet still yield amazing results despite our own personal journey. From high school dances, final exam weeks that had us an edge, working hard to get the 1 second of fame under the bright lights, or club events where you got to showcase your passion, we embraced the parts of high school together that made us who we are today. I was asked to speak on the topic of spirit and unity at our school. But if I'm being completely transparent, I wasn't all too sure we truly had any. So many people have come to me challenging the idea, and as I set out at the beginning of this year to change their perception, I realized I simply need to show you how it plays out on our campus. Maybe not in the traditional way of friendship bracelets and a sold-out stadium under the Friday night lights. However, it is evident in the way that we each have something we can take pride in on campus. We'll always be able to look to the person next to us and know we can change the world in our own unique way. And while many think our ability to pursue our own path at West divides us, it truly is a unifying factor that I ask you to reflect on today. Spirit is the fire that burns within us, igniting our desires, dreams, and ambitions. It is the supernatural force that drives us to persevere when faced with adversity and fuels the relentless pursuit of excellence I have seen throughout our campus each day. It is the unwavering belief in our own abilities, the determination to rise after every fall, and the resilience to never settle for mediocrity. From the Plano West Theater Department making history by becoming state alternates for the first time with their production of All My Sons, to having 3 teams, tennis, volleyball, and softball, make it to playoffs. The robotics team placing second in the state, the outstanding accomplishments of the Plano West Speech and Debate team, including winning state with the biggest margin of points recorded of all time, and how could we forget, winning our homecoming football game. Through these and so many other incredible organizations on campus, Spirit has prevailed in numerous ways through our fine arts, athletics, and academics programs. It is this spirit that enables us to dream big, think differently, and envision a future beyond where we are at this point in our life right now. But spirit alone is not enough. Our spirit becomes amplified through unity, and our collective potential is unleashed. Unity is the bond that ties us together, transcending our differences by creating a mosaic of diverse perspectives, backgrounds, and talents. It's recognizing that we are stronger when we stand together, supporting and uplifting one another. We saw this through the numerous clubs on campus, but more specifically, the United Through Discussion organization that combined organizations like the Black Student Union and the Asian American Perspective Club. This alone allowed students on campus to have greater access to safe spaces where they can gain cultural awareness on various topics and current events that are relevant in the real world in and outside of high school. Unity embodies compassion, empathy, and collaboration as we join forces in what we know as the Blue Nation. One of my favorite things in this world is how we pick up little habits and phrases from the people we love and are around constantly. It's no wonder our hearts become so easily broken when people leave and abandon the tradition of events that so often run through our minds. While I'm not proud of it, I've said slay too many times this year, wasted a good amount of money on Starbucks to have meaningful moments with my best friends, and learned poker within the comfort of my calculus class so I could live in the moments that life has brought my way. You collect so many pieces of people as you go about this life that you are a mosaic of everyone you've loved, even if it's only for a heartbeat. My love for this school will last me a lifetime, though, and forever alter the mosaic of my life, because it is where I met the people that changed my life for the better, where I learned essential life lessons and was able to accept my fate beyond this moment where I stand before you today. You may have yet to understand how Plano West is a piece of your own personal mosaic. Maybe it was just a place you felt forced to come to learn the information you think will never be used again in your life. Or maybe it was a place that was vital to your life experiences. Despite one's outlook, we all are united in the 2 years spent together and the many before coming together to make what we know as the Blue Nation. Though we'll never be all together again like this, maybe we'll see each other at the reunion I just figured out I have to plan. We'll get to hear about all the amazing things you've accomplished, how you've changed the lives of others, and most importantly, carried the name of Plano West for the past 10 years from this moment. I am honored to stand before you today as your senior class president and say we finally made it. As we leave this place as official high school graduates, I hope you recognize the vital role this school has played in many of your lives, whether that be who you are, who you met, or what you learned, and hopefully we'll be united again. Because through all of our years of perpetual changes, we've had one constant, each other. Thank you, and go Wolfpack. Now, please welcome back to the podium, Janice Williams.
Wow. Can we get another round of applause for our incredible speakers today? And Talia, I want to remind you of what you said in your speech, that long after today is over, we're going to remember the important lessons and words in your speech and not that dancing hat. So do not worry about it when you put your head on the pillow tonight. Be proud of the message you shared with your classmates. Superintendent Dr. Teresa Williams and members of the Plano Independent School District Board of Trustees, I am pleased to announce that the students seated before you have met all requirements to participate in this ceremony as prescribed by the Plano Independent School Board, Plano Independent School District, and the Board of Education and the Texas Education Agency. The introduction will be made by our Plano West staff members, Reggie Chapman, Roby Holland, and Casey Wilheim. The presentation of certificates to the graduates will be made by Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Teresa Williams, and members of her administrative team. They will be joined by the newly elected school board members, Nancy Humphrey, Dr. Lauren Tyra, Jerry Chambers, Angela Powell, Michael Cook, Catherine Chan Goodwin, and Tara Lance, with assistance from Bradley Bailey, Associate Principal of Curriculum and Instruction, and Michael Cruz, Associate Principal of Student Activities. We have special guests here today from Jasper High School and Shepton High School, the principals, Miss Billie Jean Lee and Mr. David Jones, who will be waiting at the bottom of the stairs to congratulate you students, along with your counselor and student services assistant principal from Plano West.
God help me. Yeah, you'll go up.
Can't see. Yeah, can you move back just a little bit? I gotta see him. Thank you.
I think so. I don't actually know. Wait,
No,
there's
but they
two
need to
before
see
you.
each other because they're calling names.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Luis David Sandoval. Luis Miguel Sandoval.
Mariam Hussein Abbasi.
Rohan Jahad.
Fudail Moed Abdus Salam. Ava Elizabeth Adams. She didn't go last time, right?
Rohan Jahad Abudar.
Martin Ashraf Adel.
Luis Angel Abudando Salazar.
Haley Nicole Adkins.
Dana Husman Abusara.
Sean Kumar Agarwal.
Simi Grace Abudawali.
Hassan Munib Ahmed.
Naib Soham Adel.
Yusuf Zayed Ahmed.
Misli Liani Afeki.
Roya Samantha Akrami.
Gael Alexander Aguhara.
Jacob Roman Alamila.
Nisreem Ahmed.
Imadeldin Ali Maded Ali.
Roham Nicholas Avakandashes.
Mir Bilal Ali.
Rohad Al-Jazalari.
Ronia Mohammed Al-Kurdi.
Arian Sage Alejo.
Hassan Alosmali.
Imran Ali.
Muhammad Al-Shantaf.
Zakia Allen.
Muhammad Alvi.
Yuval Apali.
Apurva Anand.
Jackson Mustala.
Elisenia Anez Sanchez.
Lindsay Altamirano.
Alicia Mary Anish.
Shemaya Curtis Anderson.
Shyam Anna Malai.
Luke Austin England.
Akshay Apan.
Sialasia Ankin.
Pedro Augusto Arantes Londe.
Maria Victoria Atiano Abrantes.
Matthew Arivzagan.
Megan Stephanie Apple.
Edebarak Takle Asefa.
Royal Basem Adra.
Mustafa Ubakir Ashiwa.
Gabriel Carranza.
David Alexander Avila Cariveles. That is so bad.
Faris Assad.
Selma Muhammad Awad.
Mariam Oshik.
Ali Mohammed Ayesh.
Kester Asafor Paul.
Rafaela Bodki de Menez Primo.
Taylor Lynn Clark.
Rebecca Bodki de Menez Primo.
Colin Ford.
Sofia Juliet Baez Aviles.
Andreas Alberto Alvara Sanchez.
Nikki Baramond.
Omar Avimra.
Vedika Bakshi.
Ayobo Aukash.
Vishnu Balakrishnan.
Michaela Bella Bear.
Claire Unhi Bang.
Shrey Behel.
Carmen Baptista Baez.
Madison Reese Spires.
Anna Isabella Bardales.
Unish Bakhta.
Jacob Lee Barker.
Mathani Shrey Balamu Rogan.
Lissandro David Barrios Barbetta.
Ria Bunshall.
Daniel Joel Bartra.
Luis Alejandro Sarmiento.
Luke Palmer Badagauer.
Anna Berdalis.
Thunushri Bave.
Lisa Angelica Bartok.
Angela Bautiste Rank.
Irene Leah Basil.
Blake Matthew Baxter.
Taylor Jaden Bates.
Blair Catherine Bayless.
Anusha Bakhtikari.
Catherine Elizabeth Beckham.
Abigail Lynn Bauer.
Samuel Nicholas Betterman.
Mason Cole Baxter.
Soma Bindapudi.
Adam Christine Begard.
Ella Grace Francine Bennett.
Aiden Winfield Beckham.
Raphael Bessett.
Daniel Alexander Biederman.
Michaela Destiny Bishop.
Karis Elizabeth Bellwood.
Sterling Walker Blackwell.
Natalia Benitez Yari.
Brian Zachary Blaylock.
Zachary James Bentley.
Gabriel Kimming Bow.
Minna Bali.
Joseph Booth.
Lawrence Maddox Blackwell.
Ethan William Burgess.
Abby Juan Blake.
Rhett Garrison Brady.
Brian William Ballstein.
Mark Alejandro Bretado Gorilla.
Alexander Chase Bachmeyer.
Ava Nicole Brezovsky.
Nicolo Boselli.
Landon Michael Brooks.
Tyler Joseph Cox.
Cassidy Corrine Brown.
Ashley Brooke Bowers.
Jacob Christian Brown.
Logan Aaron Breen.
Oseen Phoenix Brown.
Kennedy Danielle Brewer.
Maria Brummett.
Jorge Andreas Rivas.
Hannah Elizabeth Bryant.
Corey Austin Brown.
Aaron Wesley Birch Parker.
Ania Monet Lourdes.
Omari Ahmed Jelani Burnett Staple.
Taylani Brown.
Caitlin Simone Bush Kennedy.
Allison Nicole Bryant.
Jamaria Demir Butler.
James Lawrence Burke.
Juan Ignacio Caballero Carrera.
Marina Floro Burris.
Andre Xavier Elliott Campos.
Kylie Renee Bush.
Emily Marie Carlisle.
Nayal Baruri.
Eric Noel Carranza Garcia.
Brianna Sofia Cabrera.
Daniel Alejandro Carrizo Pastron.
Pedro Nicolas Gonzalez Campos.
Adrian Renee Karstner.
Michael Stephen Wakefield.
Haley Mackenzie Carter.
Carter Robert Carnes.
Paulina Serta.
Valeria Carrillo Montesterio.
Alfredo Cervantes Castillo.
Juan Diego Garza Pastron.
Brian Isaac Cervantes.
Gerald Garin Carter Jr.
Lania Janae Chambers.
Tanaya Tanae Kaysen.
Nicole Alicia Mukhtar Chomsky.
Dean Salino.
Caden Wing Jock Chan.
Tanu Saroli.
Mia Casey Chopin.
Servi Ates V. Kaihu Natalagin.
Natalie Ann Chapman.
Harshita Chaganti.
Stephen Dane Chekon.
Ari Todd Chapney.
Bruce Ming Chen.
Luisana Maria Chaparro Papa.
Ian Yuron Chin.
Molly Catherine Chapman.
Sarah Jian Chin.
Avi Chaturivadi.
Charles Chung.
Abhinav Venkat Chellery.
Jonathan Lufuma Chibweth.
Julian Antonio Ramos.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
Lindsay Cho.
George J. Chin.
Logan Sang Jin Cho.
Jeremiah Yazu Chin.
Ethan David Chow.
Xiaoying Chen.
Sri Harika Chandra Chaka.
Honi Chow.
Christopher Jun Young Chun.
Gretu Venu Choi.
Paul Sinswa.
Uditri Chadori.
Jonathan Jisoo Clark.
Amin Chadori.
Blake Avery Coleman.
Bealo Alexander Chow.
Julian Christopher Coleman.
Hannah Chung.
Mallory Brooke Collins.
Daniel Chulilata.
Zaria Asir Collins.
Abigail Margaret Clark.
Oscar Jesus Contreras Montilva.
Carly Ray Clinton.
Isabella Amanda Contreras.
Jamie Michelle Coleman.
Jake Alexander Cooper.
Osman Orazako.
Addie Marie Corbin.
Camilla Colina.
George Corona.
Nakori Collins.
Eleanor Elizabeth Courtright.
Leah Cosmar.
Cole Federico Cross.
Kimberly Contreras Gutierrez.
Javier Cruz.
Maria Contreras Pinal.
Adam Robert Cudlip.
Brianna Renee Cooper.
Sarah Lynn Cullens.
Tyson Michael Copeland.
Spencer Grant Cunningham.
Veronica Cornejo Minhivar.
Jonathan Kelly Cyprin.
Megan K. Countryman.
Julia Melchidas da Silva.
Eva Cohen.
Dylan Andrew Daly.
Colin McRae Crawford.
Anika Domley.
Cooper Ray Kurtro.
Lucas Von Daniel.
Alicia Lauren Cubana Mendez.
Landon Julian Dost.
Katie Elizabeth Cullens.
Aaliyah Fantasia Davis.
Avery Holly Cunningham.
Skylar Nevea Davis.
Yassine Philip Curran.
Ansley Kate Dennison.
Alexandra Paola Gutierrez.
Vidal Delgado Cervantes.
Keimani Sunshine Dade.
Braylon Darnell Dent.
Nicholas Thomas Dam.
Farron Marisi DeRossell.
Malhar Sudeep Das.
William Dye.
Arania Davari.
Camilla Diamante Demonte.
Destiny Alex Davis.
Nevea Ani Dixon Gore.
Gabriel Alexander De Leon Vilas.
Nirjara Priya Dodla.
Akuk Deng.
Jason Dominguez Rivera.
Savannah Nicole Denny.
Daniel Adele Doss.
Brooke Skylar Derdigger.
William Wang Du.
Dia Durrani.
Nora Catherine Dufran.
Mateo Dylan Deho.
Giancarlo Duhart Sanchez de la Vega.
Kayla Deal.
Dominique Joshua Dunbar.
Victor Hugo do Carmo Giosoris.
Eski Durakoglil.
Josh Dean During.
Dax Martin Dwell.
Amber Dong.
Savannah Jewel Ebarb.
Reagan Elizabeth Dover. Tell me.
Monvitha Idara.
Julia Saichi Dwan.
Dennis Yegor Rasev.
Daniel Durgesh.
Zachary Casey Elizondo.
Casey Imra Koda Doom.
Tyler James Elinder.
Ava Janice Dunningham.
Joshua Aiden Emmett.
Taylor Christopher Durbin.
Mia Paulina Enriquez.
Samaya Marie Eason.
Natasha Nicole Escobar.
Jalen Ashley Eaton.
Jamie Larissa Ferraro Del Cid.
Gary Kenneth Eckroat.
Lily Susanna Easterwood.
Mark Edward Edinburgh Jr.
Elizabeth Miles Faulkner.
Sandria Ila Kumaran.
Jordan J. Figgenbaum.
Kenneth Sebastian Elifson.
Andrea Fernandez.
Aeneas Eni.
Austin Devontae Fields.
Nicole Airy.
Mary Claire Finon.
Hannah S. LaMaine.
Mitchell Fletes Argonal.
Gerald Bryce Estimi.
Daniela Flores.
Oscar Manuel Estrada Arenas.
Forrest Fung.
Nyla Evans.
Jacob George Fortin.
Ethan Fang.
Devin Anthony Franklin.
Ben Fartuk.
Kaylee Marie Galloway.
Bennett David Feigenbaum.
Amelia Fernanda Gona.
Christopher Fernandez Brasho.
Job Garces Urdaneta.
Vance Lewis Furbacher.
Christopher Dennis Garfield Siebert.
Nahom Fikru.
Zenobia Inez Garrett.
Joshua Nehemiah Fisher.
Andrew Mario Garza.
Malin Selena Flores Benya.
Anika Gautam.
Pedro Flores Rodriguez.
Austin Corey Gelb.
David Franklin.
Michael Timothy Georgilus.
Hunter David Frank.
Abdul Makit Ahmed Ghazi.
Sophia Catherine Galvanek.
Sarah Lynn Jelani.
Leon Dambuwata.
Elizabeth Jane Ginkle.
Keith Gander Arinolar.
Kartik Atul Godbole.
Melanie Ganoa.
Rodum Goldman.
Rosiers Nicole Garcia Purado.
Maria de Los Angeles Gomez Rodriguez.
Zechariah Isaiah Garrett.
Adrian Sebastian Gomez.
Brooke Lee Garvin.
Gary Gong.
Ashani Gotham.
Kaylee Aria Gonzaga.
Jace Gertrude.
Laisha Sabina Gonzalez.
Andrew George.
Wait, what? Thomas Alexander Gonzalez.
Sina Gassemi.
John Edward Gorman III.
Ali Gobani.
David Grant.
Rosalind Katie Gilbert.
Charles Ross Green.
Monita Shivakar Kumara.
Olivia Diane Griffin.
Samantha Nicole Goldberg.
Kamari Janai Grinnan.
Estefani Paola Gomez Gutierrez.
Vinkatasai Hemant Reddy Gudisa.
Sophie Christine Michaela Gomez.
Robert Jose Gulen Palmar.
Forella Gonzalez.
Amal Gundy.
Sole Jimenez Gonzalez.
Nyla Sky Gunter.
Jackson Miles Graff.
Daniel Go.
Elizabeth Gentry Grant.
Ishan Gupta.
Kendall Elise Green.
Shivesh Gupta.
London Eris Griffin.
Christian Eduardo Gutierrez Uskanga.
Nenica Grover.
Berkeley Shulai Hale.
Elijah Go.
Tanaya Alexis Hall.
Sydney Natalie Gundy.
Michael Inky Han.
Aaron Wilson Gao.
Manha Rizea Hawk.
Ashani Gupta.
Kylan Latrell Harlan.
Mrigank Gupta.
Haley Marie Harper.
Swam Surey Gutierrez dos Santos.
Fuad Olajuwon Haruna.
Hitma Hakalami.
Ava Monet Huntsberger.
Amaya Zane Haley.
Emma Lynn Hawks.
Catherine Hahn.
Daniel Umad Hassane.
Noah Hahn.
Derek He.
Keshawn Hardy.
Alex Norman Haidulba.
Anaya Simone Harper.
Anna Julia Helterbraun.
Hannah Susan Harper.
Cesar Manuel Hernandez Casamayor.
Saeed Ali Hassan Rivas.
Carlos Mesael Hernandez.
Victoria Kate Hathaway.
Jesse Daniel Hernandez.
Darcy Hotkins.
Ira Laxon Herradura.
Audrey He.
Angela Marie Herrera.
Emma Rayson Grace Heffley.
Peyton Hicks.
Hogan Park Heikkinen.
Jillian Rose Hill.
Philip Hempel.
Jonathan T. Ho.
Tristan James Henry.
Udit Holavanahali.
Angelina Marie Hernandez.
Moises Aaron Holland.
Jalen Hernandez.
Tina Hong.
Maria Jose Hernandez.
Catherine Emily Hopkins.
Luca Scott Hessel.
Tyson Christopher Horn.
Kennedy Faye Hildreth.
Sumaya Zara Hussein.
Brooke Alyssa Hilton.
Fiona Huang.
Kaylee Marie Hefty.
Yasmin Huneda Abbas.
Cade Donald Holick.
Sayed Adil Hussein.
Olivia Faye Hollingsworth.
Massimo Adriano Uanario.
Marissa Hoon.
Kyril Ignatiev.
Cameron Hopkins.
John Frederick Ingram III.
Lizzie Varela Gomez Sereno.
Elias Konstantinos Uanedes.
Shara Hossein.
Langston Jacoby Jackson.
Zanga Chamunda.
John Henry James III.
Deja Marie Huff.
Jerusha Javed.
Peyton Keith Huff.
Mariam Irfan.
Divine Moment Hunt.
Anaya Ayer.
Promise Beneath Hunt.
Melanie Ariel Jacobs.
Lamaya Renee Hunter.
Joshua Winjia G.
Saeed Adil Hussein.
Weishan Zhao Zhang.
Valeria Carolina Herreras Chavez.
Lucas Thomas John.
John Charles Highland.
Stephen Monta Johnson.
Brianna Simone Adionoki Iba Laway.
Nathan Thomas Jordan.
Carmen Nicholas Eicher.
Christian Parker Jewell.
Johnny Ingram IV.
Ite Kadash.
Stephanie Ioannidis.
Swara Kale.
Rowan Siddiqui Ismail.
Arjun Kalyanderg.
Brooke Diane Jackson.
Samira Jirish Kondul Gavkar.
Luis Ricardo Martinez.
Kayla Andrea Kapp.
Aquil Joffrey.
Jawad Kassab.
Megan Jamal.
Latravius Deshaun Keaton.
Akash Joppi.
Maxon John Keogh.
Jay Jam.
Abigail Leah Kalamizer.
Sean Gang.
Amin Khan.
Kyle Gilla.
Haiti Khan.
Sean Gianni.
Heba Khan.
Kieran Johnson.
Hadia Jana Kotri.
Valerie Lynn Johnson.
Amaya Coned.
Roland Jr. Arrero.
Dana Kim.
Noor Calhoun.
Jae-sung Kim.
Jaya Jung.
Renee Yeji Kim.
Regu Kalyanaramaran.
Grace Elizabeth King.
Medaham Kashyap.
Risako Koga.
Tanu Kaushik.
Samantha Lauren Cohn.
Hannah Margaret KL.
Neil Condetti.
Saya MJ Cannon.
Wesley Russell Kuhn.
Uditha Karthik Kian.
Parth Kotwal.
Kendall Kennedy.
Akash Krishnamurthy.
Matthew Serial.
Pierce Xavier Ladd.
Lisa Kerstein.
Michelle Anna Kolmakova.
Saeed Amir Razez Khalili.
Devin Renee Lauza.
Amir Ali Khan.
Kayla Lakshmi Komanduri.
Salman Khan.
Advaid Kishsagar.
Sharudal Kohli.
That's my students here. Rohit Naresh Kukreje.
Isma Kuram.
Iris Yinson Lai.
Dylan Kim.
Chloe Tina Lam.
Joseph Kim.
Tai Tin Lam.
Luke Kim.
Darling Maya Landaverde.
Samantha Young Kim.
Allison Celeste Lara.
Elizabeth Grace Knoll.
Caitlin She Ledsome.
Madison Riley Cohn.
Alana Lovejoy Ching Fong Lee.
Angela K. Kolarova.
Christopher William Lee.
Manas Vinay Komahador.
Jade Tumelo Shemiso Lee.
Amit Konda.
Joshua Halong Lee.
Elizabeth Koo.
Matthew Yilin Lee.
Jordan Koshi.
Rio Mariana Lee.
Architha Krishnamurthy.
Suleiman Afsal Ligari.
Yash Kukurecha.
Joshua Michael Lerman.
Athari Kukarni.
Christian Emmanuel Lewis.
Brielle Nicole Landry.
Brian Dewey Liu.
Kathleen McKenna LaRue.
Ann Lee.
Madeline Elise Ledesma.
Byron Boyuan Lee.
Dylan James Ledesma.
Howlin Lee.
Brennan Lee.
Gavin Michael Liebnick.
Gordon Lee.
Davin Lynn.
Juno Lee.
Thina Lynn.
Cameron James Lee.
Catherine Little.
Michelle Elizabeth Lee.
Christy Liu.
Victoria Lee.
Yinning Liu.
Isabella Arvandano.
Connor Loden.
Adriana Daniela Leon Fuentes.
Mansi Loshia.
Adriana Valentina Campo.
Brian Lopez Arak.
Christian Lee Leonard.
Edwin Lopez Sariano.
Kyle Stephen Lederer.
Jasmine Lorelei Lopez.
Lauren Madison Liu.
Marina Lopez.
Trey Marcus Lewis.
Layla Lewisar.
Brandon Kennard Lee.
Raul Lozino.
Eric Wu Lee.
Patrick Liu.
Joshua Lee.
Thor Christopher Lubin.
Owen Nathan Liebnick.
David James Ludwig.
Jeffrey Lin.
Sandra Lopez.
Chihao Lin.
Thomas Lee.
Nathan Isaac Lingenfelter.
Deepshika Makireddy.
Kimbrelli Daniela Villalobos Gutierrez.
Daniel Murhan Moran.
Island Liu.
Jumana Majid.
Edward Liu.
Lilia Mayer.
Brianna Nicole Lloyd.
Abhinav Malkuchi.
Michaela Shanice Lofton.
Sarah Mahmood.
Leslie Leo.
Kaya Mann.
Hannah Elizabeth Lopez James.
Bruno Murafe.
Iris Ruby Lopez.
Olivia Marks.
Julian Alexander Lopez.
Luis Marquez Marrero.
Christopher Emmanuel Lord.
Ara Gutierrez.
Brooke Lauren Lovelace.
Brandon Marshall.
Samuel Tony Taft.
Colin Martin.
Zoe Liu.
Gavin Martin.
Natalie Ann Luck.
Fabian Martinez Fuenza.
Thomas Long.
Carlos Martinez Urdaneta.
Maggie Lugano.
Juan Martinez Jr.
Elaine Ma.
Jackson Matthew.
Lois McKee.
Sparash Monthur.
George Yates Madison.
Charity Mbuse.
Sudfik Muhendra.
Pierce McAdams.
Sharana Mati.
Hannah McCarthy.
Sigda Malu Joseyula.
Copeland McCormick.
Sarah Elizabeth Mandel.
Avery McKellia.
Akshay Madadav.
Alicia McMillan.
Sonia Marcus.
Shobit Medrothra.
Juan David Romero.
Vinav Mehta.
Luis Jose Romero.
Catherine Mejia.
Monica Marie Marsh.
Jeff Maleza.
Punra Marthi.
Danielise Mendoza.
Donovan Christopher Martin.
Laura Menexi.
Marek Carter Martin.
Tariq Miller.
Maria Teresa Martinez Forenza.
Aurelio Carino.
Amber Lanell Martinez.
Abigail Mitchell.
Whitney Martins.
Mava Mitchell.
Tajal Elizabeth Matthew.
Luke Mize.
Christine Lynn Matthews.
Arzu Moda.
Drake Richard McAdams.
Adobe Mogor.
Dejan Lamar McAfee.
Ferthis Muhidin.
Ian Shea McClure.
Emily Mongonia.
Sophia Cynthia McDermott.
Maria Montoya.
Sarah Beth McGlemery.
Jordan Moore.
Caden Garrett McCaj.
Ryan Moran.
Shubham Marotra.
Alexander Moreno.
Zaya Me.
Tatiana Morgan.
Dominic Meow.
Madeline Morton.
Irvin Melikman.
Malika Mubashir.
Nikura Mendoza.
Jesslyn Mulligan.
Marin Mesfin.
Victoria Gonzalez.
Adia Mishra.
Fatza Murambedzi.
Isaiah Christopher Mitchell.
Harold Murph.
Reed Miles Mitchell.
Matthew Murray.
Bertha McWawa.
Suiljani Musanda.
Naomi Mora Moganaka.
Christian Mutang Jr.
Zaid Muhammad.
Onika Nadar.
Michaela Renee Mondragon.
Ambika Nagaranji.
Camilla Monteverde Coravasan.
Devika Nair.
Andrew Paul Moore.
Vusedev Nair.
Eduardo Javier Morales Rodriguez.
Jaden Nakhozi.
Sofia Renata Moreno Zamora.
Rishi Narayanan.
Guillermo David Morillo Colina.
Maria Lucia Navas.
Ryan Osama Mubarak.
Audrey Naylor.
Arjun Mudham.
Krishi Nese.
Ardisha Mulukara.
Nathan and Fook Nguyen.
Emma Murata.
Angela Medina.
Dylan Hector Trejo Murph.
Sanford Carl Johan Nielsen.
Sarah Abigail Murphy.
Anna Norris.
Savannah Musal.
Sogol Nar.
Shalom Mutasha.
Matthew Mwazu.
Valentino Nabulsi.
Cole Odell.
Mahan Nadim.
Gavin Oberoy.
Sumayit Nang.
Matthew Agata.
Giri Dihar R. Nair.
Kyle Ojeda.
Lynn Nakamura.
James Olmstead.
Rashika Nandagam.
Diego Orozco.
Paulina Sofia Narva Burgos.
Ariella Yael Ortiz.
Riti Nayani.
Lily Osman.
JC Ray Lynn Nelson.
Ankit Patakal.
Joseph Ethaniel Young Nestor.
Emily Padron.
Hung Nguyen.
Samitha Pala.
Vern Nicholas Wynn.
Enrique Palomino.
Isabella Kate Nilsson.
Kavi Padnya.
Timothy Jugana.
Malika Parajuli.
Kathleen Hart North.
Dylan Ledesma.
Aaron Alberto Nunes Mendoza.
Minhan Park.
Sophia Yang Obert.
Arya Patel.
Stephen Robert O'Neill.
Kushi Patel.
Anna Ocho.
Rukia Petra.
Gustavo Andreas Ojeda Velasco V.
Trinity Amarie Patterson.
Israel Angelo Oliver.
Gustavo Pavayo.
Itela Wakishi Popada Moran Folowato Oshaniki John.
Himant Sa Reddy Pedasani.
Saeed Ahmad Osman.
Leslie Bakera.
Myra Padani.
Daniel Perez Franco.
Nikita Pai.
Blaine Perrin.
Madeline Chloe Palin.
Morgan Perry.
Eric Pan Wong.
Guy Darlington Peters.
Emanuela Na Papo.
T. Pham.
Zayon Paratakavetti.
Preston Phillips.
Luis Alejandro Iglesias.
Darcy Pico.
Yul Q Park.
Samantha Poxick.
Nadi Paravathala,
Haley Polks,
James Patel,
Claudia Paras,
Serene Patel,
Edwin Portillo,
Jacqueline Petrinos,
Chandler Powell,
Amari Patton,
Anirudh Prasanna,
Justin Reed Perlman,
Adam Poulet,
Caitlin Sierra Pegram,
Chawe Puta,
Mary Coralina Pinarado Blanco,
Samantha Kwan,
Tristan Gabriel Perrin,
Ebony Kebedo,
Alyssa Page Peters,
Ramya Rajagopal,
Shane Williams Peterson,
Raksha Rajiv,
Brandon Fawn,
Raganath Ramshakar,
Nate Phone Presert,
Mercedes Moreres Graves,
Anjali Pilindwala,
Celia Moreres,
Andrew Michael Porconi,
Chance Ramos,
Campbell Peyton Polis,
Isabella Rand,
Lillian Rosemary Porter Collingsworth,
Akul Ranjan,
Sarah Ann Posey,
Samay Rao,
Akshan Prakash,
Arya Ravishankar,
Mia Elizabeth Press,
Isabella Red,
Sathvik Putani,
Jake Reed,
Alice Kwa,
Jacob Reeves,
Lena Quarab,
Sophia Reisinger,
Malaya Sofia Quintanero Leah,
Harshith Renuka Prasad,
Anissa Victoria Rafra,
Paul Rezendiz,
Roshane Raja,
Emily Rederath,
Adhithi Ralapali,
Carliani Reyes Carmana,
Brian David Ramirez Garcia,
Michelle Grace Reyna,
Leonardo Javier Ramirez Robles,
Cassandra Ryan Malone,
Taru Krishna Ramji,
Joseph Richardson,
Emily Page Ramos,
Isabella Rivera,
Marcel Jordan Randall,
Zara Rizvi,
Natalie Page Rotten,
Gavin Robertson,
Miles Noah Ratner,
Jessica Roberts,
Ben Raz,
Riley Roby,
Athni Rude Reddy,
Garrett Robinson,
Roxy Reed,
Brenda Rodriguez,
Lucas Patrick Rickenberger,
Araceli Robledo,
Luke Emmanuel Repack,
Gloria Rodriguez,
Charlotte Grace Resonator,
Miette Rodriguez,
Alexander Michael Rex,
Tabitha Rodriguez,
Gael Reyes Castro,
Kenneth Edward Rowland,
Nicholas Rina,
Alexander Luis Rosado,
Louis Herbert Richardson II,
Melina Rotman,
Stacy Lee Richardson,
Brendan Roy,
Victoria Isabel Rivero Diaz,
Jacob Rubinov,
Garrett Joseph Robbins,
Malachi Rugu,
Elliot Scott Roberts,
Mariah Russell Vera.
Elijah Donovan Robertson.
Cole Sade.
Evan Matthew Robertson.
Annalee Sage.
Ryan Kennedy Robinson.
Vuyani Sage.
Daniel Rodriguez Alfonso.
Rashab Sujan.
Chelsea Lysandra Rodriguez.
Myla Salazar.
Kenneth James Rodriguez.
Alejandro Salinas Chapa.
Genesis Olivia Rodriguez.
Donye Salisbury.
Nicholas Alexander Rodriguez.
William Sample III.
Jose Ramiro Rangel.
Lucas Samsula.
Isabella Kathleen Ross Schiller.
Todd Sandburn.
Lauren Francis Raul.
Brando Sanchez.
Alyssa Paige Royston.
Jade Sanders.
Isaiah Thomas Rubio.
Selah Sanders.
Caitlin Alexandra Ruman.
Isabella Sandoval.
Isabella de Los Angeles Sanchez Benitez.
Guri Sangal.
Moraine Pena.
Tarun Shankur.
Shrista Sagam.
Kashika Saranavan.
Mandisa Theresa Sage.
Robin Shanker.
Banish Saeed.
Adam Sklamotwitz.
Rashad Absanhani.
Andrew Schwartz.
Sarah Isabella Salazar.
Kennedy Seipel.
Pedro Salinas Trujillo.
Zachary Scott.
John Gavin Salva.
Samuel Morton Sedano.
Jaylene Sanchez.
Sam Schaff.
Jasmine Andrea Sanders.
Sohil Shah.
Briseida Sandoval.
Adhavan Shankar.
Krithik Saniparni.
Ella Shapiro.
Rashida Saib.
Crystal Shin.
Zoya Anun Sadar.
Nicholas Cheryl Maya.
Amar Amid Saeed.
Eric Shai.
Amelie Schuer Larson.
Peter Seba.
Max Ari Schneider.
William Sides.
Noah David Schwartz.
Brendan Sim.
Talise Lakai Scott.
Ishan Singh.
Jessica Cheyenne Seaton.
Madeline Sion.
Emery Elise Selner.
Brockton Slayton.
Lisbeth Del Carmen Sepulveda Mendia.
Aaliyah Ashlyn Nicole Smith.
Audit Shaw.
Kara Smith.
Usfan Shaki.
Maxwell Smith.
Gauri Sharma.
Ryan Walker Smith.
Tina Shin.
Thomas Alexander Smith.
Mark Alexander Shepard.
Matthew Kyle Snyder.
Travis Wayne Cheryl Maya.
Nahum Solomon.
Zachary Shoulders.
Tristy Srinvansan.
Isma Siddiqui.
Gabrielle Staley.
Samantha Madison Siegel.
Bryce Staples.
Dalton Wayne Simmons.
Caroline Steegmans.
Taylor Maya Simone.
Jordan Stevens.
Jay Singh.
Colin Stevens.
Samuel Schuyler.
Catherine Victoria Stewart.
Clayton Sloan.
Wilma Stewart.
Lane Parker Smart.
Talia Stoller.
Ewan Asher Smith.
Allison Steerwalt.
James William Arthur Smith.
Madison Strayhorn.
Ladin Deshaun Smith.
Sherman Sue.
Olivia Claire Smith.
Jesus Suarez Tavias.
Samuel Ashton Smith.
Shayun Sir.
Yanir Sneer.
Gabrielle Sullivan.
Laura Solis.
Elena Sunshine.
Grace Spanik.
Abby Sutton.
Jacob Dylan Sparrow.
Amina Syed.
Hiram Chris Sanabarar.
Julian Siap.
Srijana Srivatsha.
Aryan Tajne.
Joshua Edward Stanley.
Laura Tan.
Chase James Stapleton.
Kiana Tavaklian.
Eleanor Steinbrecker.
Shreya Taleakula.
Sean Michael Stevenson.
Cedra Tabet Sinjab.
Samantha Stewart Ton.
Kyler Tharp.
Sophia Renee Stewart.
Jaden Thomas.
Kelly Rose Stimson.
Savannah Thomas.
Abby Ann Struck.
Olivia Ann Thompson.
Paul Andreas Suarez Clemente.
Ashton Paya Tarandaz.
Leonardo Suarez Tobias.
Melanie Tobias Vergara.
Nathaniel Suckshut.
Carlos Luis Torres Barrios.
Kevin Shun.
David Torres.
Savisha Suresh Kanan.
Sophia Torres.
Cooper Sutton.
Sair Trambo.
Bishma Saeed.
Eric Tran.
Omar Tayer.
Miranda Trevino.
Raghu Varmishi Tala.
Madeline Tsao.
Ryan Taraji.
Brian Sang.
Mulinga Lorena Taylor.
Suhita Tumala.
Kendall Simone Tennyson.
Tashari Turner.
Sean Thomdulu.
Sophie Umbarger.
Olivia Catherine Tice.
Carmen Valdez.
Camilla Victoria Rangel Reyes.
Gladys Valera Amaya.
Michelle Rose Thomas.
Preston Garrett Vanderlight.
Advitica Archon Tico Tive.
Angelica Vargas.
Unjani Tiwakri.
Yeshash Varma.
Pravanath Vikas Tonpo.
Brooke Vasquez.
Fernando Jose Torres.
Carla Fernanda Vasquez.
Nevea Esmeralda Torres.
Aaliyah Sierra Velasco.
Jazir Tovi.
Simone Villani.
Catherine Lee Tran.
Christian Venegas.
Troy Tran.
Shyam Vidkansan.
Chloe Truon.
David Ventura Perez Jr.
Alessandra Saturian.
Christian Verderame.
Kenzo Suji.
Stella Vasilinov.
Rosie Tuniance.
Melanie Victoria.
Carly May Umbarger.
Fernando Velma Molina.
Veda Vedurajro.
Jesus Eduardo Villalobos Hernandez.
Julia Nelson Vargas.
Alan Villarreal.
Jonathan Jose Valero Pereira.
Adalia Vilela.
Manuel Alejandro Valdi Mendia.
Jaden Vo.
Daniel Enrique Vargas Martinez.
Troy Vo.
Aditya Varnash.
Molly Walsh.
Elijah J. Vasquez.
Andrew Wang.
Suma Vugeshna.
Daniel Wang.
Srinaya Vamula.
Emily Wang.
Benjamin Alberto Vasquez.
Iris Wang.
Shruti Venkat Eshwar.
Nathan Wang.
Justin German Ventura.
Tyler Ward.
Brody Carl Werner.
Lindsay Warner.
Lior Vetzman.
Jordan Sierra Waters.
Anderson Marique Vitas Rodas.
Eliza Weaver.
Maya Villanueva.
Sophia Weiss.
Mario Vivas.
James Winnick.
Caden Vo.
Carl Wilhelm Emmanuel Weston.
Viviana Vu.
Aspen Lauren White.
Udayat Shri Wallace.
Rebecca Elise Whitehead.
Juliana Hernandez.
Khalil Aiden Demir Wilkerson.
Claire Wang.
Kirsten Mariah Williams.
Daniel Wong.
Corey Lynn Wilson.
Ian Park Wong.
Victoria Lisbeth Winslow.
Matthew Wong.
Lanea Sheree Wright.
Sophia Wong.
Jason Chris Liu.
Turan Wario.
Junji Zhu.
Ray Leon Isaiah Washington.
Alan Yan.
Whitney Olivia Watkins.
Shuyi Yan.
Matthew G. Wise Glass.
Jocelyn Kexon Yang.
Luke Matthew Welch.
Gabriella Nicole Yarbrough.
Alana Rochelle West.
Eileen Ye.
Roland White III.
Anthony Ye.
Dermot White.
Chun Young.
Caden Taylor Wilkins.
Lee Chang Yi.
Adrena Williams.
Jameson Antonio Yak Lopez.
Lauren Williams.
Antwain Donnell Young.
Zaria Wilson.
Hashim Zafar.
Mazen Wong.
Arash Zakari.
Tyreek Rensford.
Brady Zhang.
Ryan Z.
Elena Zhang.
Jessica Shu.
Henry Zhang.
Shrika Yalman.
Avery Zhao.
Angelina Mimi Yang.
Tracy Sin Yao Zhang.
Stephen Yang.
Alan Zhao.
Milana Wu Quinto.
Brian Zhao.
Kaja Yazdan.
Sophia Zhao.
Kelvin Yi.
Andy Zhu.
Daniela Esperanza Yepi Cisneros.
Hania Zia.
Evelyn Therese Yezek.
Axon Milani Zulu.
Catherine Yin. Abraham Yoon. Jamara Young. Justin Chen Yu. Larib Zara. Angelina Zheng. George Zheng. Ashley Zhang. Angela Zhao. Grace Zhang. Brian Zhao. Evelyn Zhao. Zakia Joe. Justin Zhu. Saeed Amin. And Kira Zerno. Thank you very much.
At this time, it is my honor and privilege to introduce the Plano West Senior High School salutatorian, William Dye.
Good morning, fellow graduates. My name is William Dye, and I'm the salutatorian of the class of 2023. I am honored, grateful, and very, very overwhelmed by the opportunity to be giving a farewell to this momentous ceremony. I realize a formal, lengthy speech is maybe the last thing you want to hear when you've already listened to 1,300 names, when you really only want to hear one. So I'll try to make this short. I want to congratulate everyone on your hard work over the past 4 years to make it to graduation. Congratulations on enduring the all-nighters, the daily floods of homework, and those days with 5 tests back-to-back that feels like an impending natural disaster. Well, thanks to all the flashcards I made for Jasper Humanities, I now know a term to describe this feeling: storm unstrung. Storm and Stress. It is a German literary movement dealing with the individual's revolt against society, which is probably what a lot of us want to do after an exam. Also, I'm deeply sorry to everyone who knows German for my pronunciation. A big thank you to all the parents, teachers, and staff who have made this graduation possible. After the ceremony is finished, please send them a thank you email. They deserve it after all these years of chaotic online school. It isn't easy having a classroom comprised of empty Zoom boxes. Also, please give a big thank you to your classmates for their support and friendship throughout these 4 years. Now that that part's finished, can I tell y'all a secret? I have no advice to give. I have absolutely nothing to say. Why? Is it because I'm improvising this? Because I forgot to print out the rest of the speech? Good guess. Well, it's because I can't tell you anything you don't already know. I can't tell you to treasure your friends because you already know that. I can't tell you to keep working hard for your dreams because you already do that. I can't tell you how much you've grown over these past 4 years because you already feel that. These are generalizations you probably heard 1,000 times before. I can't say in words the sheer diversity of our high school experiences and adequately describe how much you all will achieve. So I won't. Instead, I will say something a bit hypocritical. I actually do have one piece of unsolicited advice. Be fiercely yourself. In the years to come, people will lecture you on how to live your life, perhaps from a podium like this, but there is nothing you don't already know. Trust yourself. Grow in your own ways, carve your own paths, and never listen to cliches others impose on you, regardless if they have a Lambo and a bookshelf in their garage. According to a Danish philosopher whose name I also cannot pronounce, Kierkegaard, the most common form of despair is not being yourself. At this crucial juncture in your life, you have a choice. Think carefully. Think about what you want. Think about what you need. Not what your friends or family or anyone else thinks you should do. And act on it. Become the truest form of yourself. But don't stress. This is a choice you can and will have to make again and again. Your dreams will shift, and you should shift with them. On that note, I want to say again, congratulations to everyone here. And in the words of every movie graduation ever, OMG guys, we did it!
Congratulations, class of 2023. Please join me in the traditional turning of the tassels from the left to the right as we signify our graduation on this day today. Now, for the last time together, will the Plano West Senior Class of 2023 please stand with me and join in the singing of the Plano West Alma Mater.
Cherish loyalty.
last time as a class of 2023. Can I get a wolf pack? Wolf pack! Can I get a wolf pack? Wolf pack! Ah! Congratulations, everyone.